Indeed. Now spawning over on the left, or excuse me, over on the Zerg side, our Team Ascension player who is doing quite well for himself. This is NoRegreT.
And over on the bottom right position, on our Terran side of things for Coda LE, we have from Paragons of Perfection, it is Markin. You know, Markin trying to make a comeback in this series, tied up 1-1 when you're up against the second seed. Though it's not too bad if you go down 0-2, but definitely wants to show his prowess to the world.
That's unfortunately how the cookie crumbles with the way that this bracket was seeded, with the way that the brackets turned out. I don't know if it was if certain things were randomized, but landing against NoRegreT again in round 1, it kind of feels a bit bad, but somebody has to play NoRegreT in round 1. Somebody has to play those fan favorites in the first round. And unfortunately for Markin, he isn't quite able to handle it. We do have that gas being taken by NoRegreT. Going to be the gas first. Could be following it up with a relatively, well, not so much an early pull, but a pull before hatch, and then get himself on the way. There we go. To some Zerglings and some speed.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Baneling Nest come out rather quickly here from NoRegreT, as it's just his kind of thing to go for those very aggressive plays. And Markin here actually going to be throwing down Command Center first on the low ground.
Yep. And Overlords, they're not the fastest units in the game, but they're fast enough to get all the way across the map and see this before, in time for NoRegreT to punish it. So it wasn't the earliest pool, it wasn't a 9 pool or anything like that, but still there are going to be the opportunities for NoRegreT to do that early damage.
Yep, and especially with that quicker spawning pool, it's now finished up, and immediately we've got 4 Zerglings on the production tab. We'll have to see. Yep, they're rallied straight across the map here for NoRegreT, so it's could be a world of hurt for Markin.
NoRegreT gets slight vision of that CC, backs up his Overlord immediately. He's like, yeah, I don't need you to know that I know what you are doing. Of course, Orbital's going to be pretty darn late in comparison, so we end up getting to a low econ situation. The Mules may be the only thing that Markin has left, but Zerglings streaming across the map. This is the beginning. For now, it's just, I think, 6 or 8 Lings with a couple more on the way.
Yeah, Lings constantly getting produced. Metabolic boost about halfway done. Same with the Baneling Nest. And the first 4 are going to be arriving. A bunker is in construction. So far, though, there's only this single Marine. That bunker is not even close to finishing right now. And 2 more Zerglings going to be on the way. The SCV building the bunker has gone down. The Marine as well. And all you have left is a very open wall. We'll be able to drop that supply depot, but...
Yeah, that's the problem with building structures in StarCraft 2, is they start with very little HP, so yeah, even if you do get that first bit of wall down, it doesn't even matter. There's a nice surround on one of the SCVs. Of course, SCVs will do a pretty good job of body blocking against the Lings, allowing the Marines to do that DPS from the range, but the question always is, if he holds off this attack, can he hold off the next attack, as Marines getting targeted down very nicely by NoRegreT, running around these SCVs to get the good angle that he needs. This is so much lost mining time. This is so much delay in the next steps for Markin.
Yep, and right now, a lot of SCVs are going down. HH actually meant to hit GG. NoRegreT going to be taking the series very swiftly and very decisively, I'd have to say.
Not too big of a surprise. NoRegreT, as we mentioned, coming in as the favorites. Everyone loves to see the underdog story. Everybody would have loved to see Markin just bring out some top-notch play and crush through NoRegreT. But NoRegreT certainly earned that victory, and the underdog story will not overcome NoRegreT today.
Yeah. And that's going to be it for our first best-of-3 series, but fear not, we have many more on the way, and it appears Believe versus Steadfast is going to be the next one up. Steadfast, a very high-level Zerg player, Believe, the only Protoss in Toronto, so it should be a good match, and of course, we wouldn't be here without the help from some of our friends advanced micro devices being that friend indeed. Straight out of Markin, AMD Radeon memory, making some great R9 gaming RAM and R7 series SSDs to help you speed up your game. So I don't know about you, but before game number 1, that load time was abysmal for someone in the lobby. So definitely need to get them an SSD, so that way we can get into those games ever so much quicker.
It very well could be me. I'm rocking the 5400 RPM laptop drive. I'm straight out of 2005 with that. One day I will own an SSD, so one day.
Indeed. But yeah, with that, we're going to be going to a quick break, hopefully about 2 minutes, while we get our vetoes done for the next Best of 3 series of Believe vs. Steadfast, so be sure to stay tuned.